And this next fight, this is another great matchup here with Kyler Phillips taking on Raoni Barcelos, and another short notice fight, but great fight here. The shine is definitely kind of came off Raoni Barcelos, though at this point he's 36 years of age, and you have to wonder how much tread is left on the tires for him. He's kind of been showing some chin issues. His last fight he got knocked out with a kind of glancing shot, so I think his chin is very suspect at this point. He's only mustered up one win in his last four fights, so definitely it's a make or break fight for him if he ever wants a chance to get back in the mix. And Kyler Phillips, this is a big fight for him as well because we haven't seen him fight since February of 2020-22 due to a USADA issue. And the last time we did see him, he looked good. He beat Marcelo Rojo in the third round. And overall in the UFC, he's 4-1 and easily could be 5-0 with that controversial loss to Holly and Paiva. But the suspension stunted his momentum, and he needs a big win over Raoni Barcelos to get back on the radar. And Kyler Phillips, he's an exceptional talent. I mean, extremely athletic, extremely skilled. On the feet in the first round especially, he's a buzzsaw. Throws a wide arsenal of attacks. He's super aggressive. Throws fast hand combinations, good spin kicks, nice flying knees, elbows. Very accurate, creative, dangerous guy. He holds his hands low, and he uses a lot of feints, movements, switch stance, and tries to pull fighters into shots, and long and rangy. And he's going to have, I believe, a 5-inch reach advantage in this fight. So that is going to be probably the game plan he goes with once again. When he fights opponents who are one-dimensional and just look to strike with him, he's extremely difficult to beat. He's beaten guys like Song Yadong before. And he likes to be the bully in there when opponents pressure him and eat his shots, make it more of an ugly fight. You could see Phillips be uncomfortable, be hittable, and break down a little bit. But I believe, like a lot of people say his cardio is bad, but I feel like he doesn't have bad cardio. It's just he doesn't pace himself well. He throws a lot of spin kicks, and he's going crazy, throwing things with full power, throwing a lot more volume than he needs to, and he needs to get better at pacing himself. But he's durable. He's never been finished. He has that grit about him, and he has 5 knockout wins, so he's very dangerous, especially in that first round. And he's not only a great striker, but he's a top-notch grappler. He's a black belt. He's won some IBJJF competitions, and he has fast level changes, good wrestling, good double leg. On top, he's aggressive. He doesn't really have the best top control, but if you're sloppy getting up, he'll take your back. And wrestling defense has been an issue for Phillips, though. He tends to get tired when you try to wrestle him and eventually will give up the takedowns and get held down. He will be offensive off his back with submissions. And skill-wise, athleticism-wise, Phillips has it all. He's just has to fight smarter and not push a pace he can't sustain over 15 minutes without getting tired. Right now, Phillips is doing a lot. He's very exciting, but he doesn't need all that flash and volume to win and be effective. He needs to learn how to do enough to win the fight. And I'm not saying when he sees a finish, don't go for the finish, but just you don't need so much activity and so much wasted movement and things like that. And he could potentially be, a contender if he could figure it all out. But, in this fight, he's going to want to put Barcelos' chin to the test. And we have to see how he looks after this out of suspension. I mean, maybe his steroid use was a big factor in his game. I don't really think so, but he's only 28 years old. I am expecting him to come back strong. And Raoni Barcelos, he's a well-rounded fighter. He has plus skills across the board. In this fight, I feel like you should take a page out of the playbook that Said Nurmagomedov, that he had against Said Nurmagomedov, who is a similar opponent to Kyler Phillips. If Barcelos wants to win, he has to wrestle and mix it up. He can push the pace, and he should have the cardio edge. On the feet, he's low volume, but he has good pressure. He cuts the cage off, in and out movement, and he is really good at pull countering with counter crosses, hooks, overhands, good hand speed, solid accuracy. He's active with low kicks. And in this fight, Phillips is going to bring the fight out of him, similar to when he fought Victor Henry. So I do feel like the volume is going to be there. It's just if the durability is there and if he can keep up with the speed. And I think Barcelos is getting a little bit slower. He has a style that relies a lot on speed, and his hand speed is still phenomenal. But I feel like his reactions are just that tick slower. And at 135, that's all you need to start to kind of lose, get hit more, and that seems like what's happening to Barcelos. And Phillips is a guy that's very dangerous. Raoni Barcelos is an extremely high level wrestler and grappler too, and he just isn't as active with his wrestling as he should be. In this fight, I do hope that he brings it back. He has good timing on the doubles, nice clinch takedowns, and when he gets on top, he has solid ground and pound, big elbows, good control, great back takes. His takedown defense has been almost impeccable too. He has 93% takedown defense, and the only time he did get taken down was his debut against Kurt Hollabaugh, and it was kind of like a takedown where he got held down for like 3 seconds and bounced back up. No fighter has really been able to hold Barcelos down and use that as a route to victory. Cardio-wise, Barcelos has awesome cardio. He fights at a very steady pace, and he's going to have to pressure, try to cut the cage off, stay in the pocket, make it more of a brawl, but keep it a technical brawl, mix in takedowns, push the pace, and if he can do that, he could get the upset. For the most part, Barcelos' defense is on point. He just can't get hit clean too many times in this fight because I do feel like he'll go out. But both these guys are super skilled. I feel like Barcelos is the better fighter just because he's more steady over 3 rounds. He's the higher fight IQ. He's just old, though, man, and his chin is going. And after the knockout that he just took, he could look gun-shy. It could be damaged goods. And I'm going to lean Phillips here slightly just because of all of that. And I'm going to say he wins via first-round knockout. But I do see this as a closer fight than the line indicates. I think that Barcelos is the value side. It's just tough to trust him with his chin and everything like that. So I am going with Phillips as the pick, and I'll say he gets the knockout.